Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Well, I guess technically we're not on the homestead today, but we're not going to be off the homestead either. This is going to be a work video. I got a little job just north of here that I got to do. I got a friend that's having a metal garage put in, metal building, similar to ours. A little bit more stout and a different design, but very similar. And he's got a couple stumps that need to be removed. It's going to be a challenge, I'm not going to argue that. This little tractor is probably going to struggle with a little bit of it, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try anyways. Also give you a little bit of background. The weather today is going to be rough. I think we're supposed to be in the 90s and I think mid-90s with rising humidity because Elsa is on her way. Yeah, I know. Some of you West Coast people and people in, you know, other countries like, oh my God, there's a hurricane heading your way. It's going to be like a sustained afternoon storm. That's about it. We'll have some wind. We might lose some power, lose a couple trees. Other than that, it's going to be wet. So stick around. I will come back on after I make these two stops. Got to get grease and breakfast. Not a greasy breakfast. And some water. Got to get some supplies. Alright, we're here. I'm going to refrain from showing you a lot of the property because it's not my property. I do have permission to film. That doesn't mean I'm going to take advantage of that and show off everything that my friend has here. So, I've already got the tractor greased up. I've got the grapple on. I got the bucket here. I got my coffee. Or as Sawing with Sandy would say, which is a tongue twister, I got my sludge. So we're going to enjoy our sludge and we're going to go ahead and start pulling some of these stumps. Got that stump, those two stumps there. I'm actually going to start there because those are probably going to be the most difficult. As we work our way over here, here's the next one. The red stake is the corner of his barn, or his building. Then we have this rotting one here, which shouldn't be too big a problem. And we also have the one over here by the bucket. I think right there. Yeah, you can see that there. So that's 2, 4, 5 stumps that we got to pull out. We're going to start with the big ones first, even though some people like to go, oh well, why don't you start with the easy ones, get your confidence up. I know I can do it. It's just, I'd rather get the worst out of the way before I start doing the easy. I adjusted my, let me take that off. I adjusted my way of digging because when I was pulling that root there, the whole stump was moving. So this is probably a maple, which has the roots in this area go out away from it. You don't get a central tap root. That's why a lot of maples don't last when they're by themselves in this area. Wow, it's a horrible hair day. Anyhow, so what I did was I dug the, see here, right through there. You can actually see under that main root there. I dug under it so that when I dig out this little section here, I should be able to go over there and maybe twist this stump on its base enough to get it moving. Once I get it moving, then I can figure out how to get it out of the hole that it's in. The other thing I did is I dug deep on two sides, started digging on the other side so that as I get it to move, the sides will crumble away, allowing it to move, giving it a little bit more space. It's still going to be difficult to get out of the hole because this backhoe doesn't have the lifting capability to lift that stump. But once we get it moving, we can get it out of the hole. We might have to tie a chain to it and drag it out, but we'll get it out of the hole. All right, I think at this point it's a good time to take a break, get some water. I've moved the stump over here into the puckers, so I'll I didn't get my tape measure or bring my tape measure, so I'm not sure the diameter, but I'm pretty sure this is every bit of 20 inches across. It's a big stump. But I'm gonna take a break now, hydrate, because it is warm, I'm sweating. Time to have something to drink. Be back. Here's our massive hole. And I think while I'm on break, we'll just go ahead and do this the easy way. So now you see it. And there we go. This is not perfect. I will come back with the bucket. All of this was done with the grapple. I basically pulled the roots out as I went. So there's a big pile over there of roots from the stump, and packed it with the front end as I went along. So it will settle. It's not packed perfectly. It's not like I'm using a 20,000 pound excavator or something like that. I'm using a little 3,500 pound tractor loader backhoe with a grapple instead of a bucket. Yeah. Anyhow. All right, here we are. We're all done. Got everything all smoothed out. Got all the stumps pushed into the woods back there. So it's not perfect. Didn't expect it to be perfect. They still got to excavate and fill in for the pad to put the concrete in. But the stumps are out, so that's the first step. I don't think I'll be doing the pad. I'm not up for it anymore. So it just goes to show that you can remove some pretty good sized stumps with a BH77 or a backhoe. Yes, an excavator would have been nice, but you know what? I don't own one. So since I don't own an excavator, we used what we had, and we did just fine with that. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this episode. And right now I'm going to go home and watch some YouTube and hydrate and kiss my wife and go from there. So like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Oh God, that wind feels nice.